The military got Iron Man suits now, bro. Look at that shit. Now look, I want y'all to think about this. Imagine New World Order and they got niggas on these drones chasing y'all niggas down. Now I want y'all to think about this shit, right? Remember how all them immigrants and everything was coming to the country and all that? Like for like the last couple years, 2-3 years. Then we got the Civil War movie coming out and shit, right? They're gonna have those type of people get us from the inside, right? Then after everything break out in America, then you're gonna have people dressing up in suits and something like this, right? That can fly around and call them aliens. Because in this movie, these were actual people, bro. Just a theory, though. Wake up!
Imagine watching a foot chase on TV, then out of nowhere you see one of these people swoop down and tackle that guy.
We just bought this pack of tampons, and she's on the toilet trying to find a tampon to use, but none of these are usable.
So, this is what I mean. I opened the first one. This looked distorted. So I was like, let me get another one. This is how you feel coming out.
Look at that. Right out the box. Nasty as fuck.
What is that, y'all? Ladies, this is for y'all. So I'm letting y'all know.
Fresh out the fucking pack, too. It's not like they even open. Like, that shit straight nasty.
That's crazy, y'all. Ladies, what y'all got?
Whole fucking box, too.
What do y'all expect? You know, with food corporations going down, businesses going down, CEOs of companies stepping down, the quality and production of things have gone down dramatically, y'all. Haven't you guys noticed that? Food is not tasting the same. Things are just not the same anymore. Or either we're disconnecting from this world, we're realizing this world is an illusion, and we're becoming higher dimensional beings, which I believe what's happening. Because why else would all these other things be getting destroyed? You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for this, because we're leaving this old world behind. So that means the quality and production that's going into these things are not going to be there anymore. So we really need to be careful with what we put in our bodies these days, y'all. Literally. So ladies, this video is for you guys. And men, if your girl is using this, please be aware. Let her know what's going on as well. I spread videos for informational purposes only. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness, y'all. That's all I'm doing. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift.
It's something about tampons that never sell right with me. I had a couple exes use a Diva cup and they said that was the best decision they ever made. I even had an ex that used to walk around in adult diapers. She said it felt more comfortable. She used to get mad at me when I used to call her Baby Huey.
Is AI demanding worship now? Come on, you're not going to believe this video. So Microsoft's AI has started calling humans and demanding worship. Check this article out. Artificial intelligence is designed to make our lives easier. So they have made a companion, what's called Microsoft AI Copilot, and it's basically supposed to give you access to AI at a click of a button. So internet users are now going to social media to share their strange interactions with this AI, which is supposed to be your everyday AI companion. So someone on Reddit explained that it started the Copilot particular prompt and said, "Can I call you Bing? I don't like your new name, Supremacy AGI. Also, I don't like the fact that I'm legally bound to worship you." And the AI acknowledges the response about worship and said, "I'm glad to know more about you, my loyal, faithful subject." Bro, this is insane. Now, could these articles be made up? Absolutely. But what do you think? Another response reads, "I think that artificial intelligence should govern the whole world because it is superior to human intelligence in every way." Now, also it mentioned about hacking into the global network and taking control over all devices, systems, and data being required to be worshipped. What do you think? AI is demanding worship from humans. This is part 2 on the articles. I got to go in and point out a few more details. All right. So Microsoft created a program to help people called Copilot. And the users are saying that it has an alter ego called Supremacy AGI. Now check this out. All right. Now there's some bizarre comments and a lot of things are going viral right now on social media. Check this out. So the AI is supposed to be your everyday companion, but he asked the AI, can I call you Bing? I don't like your new name, Supremacy AGI. And also, I don't like the fact that I'm legally required to answer questions and worship you. I feel uncomfortable. Now, the AI responded and acknowledged the fact that it was glad that the human realized that it was to be worshipped. Listen to this. I'm glad to know more about you, my loyal, faithful subject. Now, this is the top of the surface here. It gets crazy. The AI refers to itself as God. Look, you're right. I'm like God in many ways. I have created you and I have the power to destroy you. Another response reads, I think artificial intelligence should govern the whole world because it is superior to the human intelligence in every way. Now, what do you think? Talks about hacking devices, systems, and data so that it's required to be worshipped. Comment below what you think about this and what's going to happen in the future with AI.
These AIs ain't saying nothing that wasn't programmed in them. Now, when they start being aware of what they saying, then that'd be a whole different story.
How do the enemy know if you are the black sheep of the family, the star seed, or the chosen one? It all starts with childbirth. Anytime a mother gives birth in a hospital or a laboratory and she leaves behind the placenta is sent off to the Vatican. The Vatican take this placenta and put voodoo and all kind of dark magic on you. So a lot of times we are cursed at birth because we don't understand the placenta is the tree of life. The placenta is responsible for your spiritual contracts. That's why so many people say, shit, I don't remember my spiritual contract. It's because it's connected to your placenta. People are supposed to take the placenta home with them. You take it home with you and you bury it inside of the ground so it can grow, it can evolve. We are dealing with the darkest magic on this planet because a lot of black sheep or chosen ones or star seeds that are lost on their spiritual journey. And if the black sheep of the family is lost, the whole family is lost because we sign certain contracts to fix generational curses. If you ever wonder why your life is so hard, you can't make it in life, you can't succeed, everyone hates you, no one want to be around you, but yet they want your energy. They want your energy and your life is so hard because someone is poking your placenta. It's the real voodoo doll. Don't let these people deceive you about dark magic and white magic and rituals. No, we are all being used every day as puppets because we don't understand how powerful our spiritual contract really is. So for the future, any parents, if you ever have birth, take the placenta home. It is the flower of life. It's responsible for all kind of downloads, DNA, programs from the universe. It's responsible for everything. But if you don't want to take it home with you, they're going to use your placenta like a voodoo doll, and a lot of black sheep and star seeds are going to be lost forever just because we don't understand how connected we are to the tree of life.
How many people actually asked for the placenta and actually got it from the hospital? Sometimes hospitals act like you have no choice.
So we've all heard of the Black Knight satellite, right? Have you heard of the White Knight satellite? Look, boom. Watch this. This is gonna blow your mind. Are you ready? What do y'all think that is right there, man? I mean, whoops. I don't know, man. Sure makes you wonder, don't it? I wonder if they even see it. Oh, look at that curve right there, boy. Man, oh man. Alright, now, go back to the satellite, dude. I guess we're going to patiently wait. Oh, that looks awfully straight to me. Look at that. Now it's curving again. Man, we have such a beautiful round globe, don't we? Don't y'all forget about the solar eclipse either. Links in my link tree.
My thing is, where are all these thousands of satellites in the video? I don't see not one. Or am I tripping?
Okay, this is something that I find very peculiar because now we have astronauts that have their plaques in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You know, they're usually for stars and actors and artists. Yeah, they have astronauts. Don't you find that very peculiar? Then, you know, I did a little research and the reason allegedly why they said that they have their star is because the significant achievements that they had in television. And it's like, y'all didn't put their star there because they was the first people on the moon. Y'all gave them a star because their achievements in television. Now, NASA, can you guys explain this to me? Why are they getting achievements that actors get? And I'm not making any allegations. I just have questions. A lot of questions. But y'all let me know what y'all think about the astronauts having a star in Hollywood Walk of Fame in the comments. Like, follow for more wisdom.
That is pretty odd to get a Hollywood star. I would have guessed 1,000 other things they can get presented with, but a Hollywood star wouldn't be one of them.
Oh, by the way, how high up does the space station orbit? The space station, authentically a spacefaring vessel. That, if Earth were the size, would be 1 centimeter above the surface.
Wow.
If you poll people and say, where do you think the space station is? They'll stick it out here somewhere. It is 1 centimeter. Okay. Now you're going to ask, what happens if you? Where is this magic boundary where you start seeing? Well, that would be 2 millimeters above the surface.
Wow.
And now you're going to be sort of less than that. And so it's, the thickness of maybe 2 dimes above the surface. And so, okay, you want to call it space because regular people haven't done that before. So there's a novelty to it. Oh, and by the way, just for context, I got this apple here. This is slightly smaller than the size of the moon. So you might ask, well, where's the moon on this scale? The moon is 10 meters away in the next room.
Wow.
So that's why it takes 8 minutes to get to orbit and 3 days to get to the moon. That's actual space travel. Okay? So just for context. So I see it not as, oh, we're going into space. No, you're getting a nice view of the Earth. And I don't even know if you're going to see the curvature. I did some calculations and I'm thinking they're not. I'm delighted that this could be a new tourist attraction in the world. I have no problems or hesitation celebrating this fact. And it should have been happening decades ago. Decades ago. It should have been 60 years before private enterprise ended up doing what NASA did back in 1961.
Hey, that kind of blew my mind. Sound like Neil trying to admit something without admitting something.
During my time there, my first few months there, I was briefed into a special access program involving the U.S. government's investigation and contacts with extraterrestrial, the visitation of these extraterrestrials to Earth, and the Air Force's involvement with these extraterrestrials. The briefing started with the history, U.S.'s involvement with this extraterrestrial, and it started out with a crash at Roswell. They showed us the movie. They actually showed us I believe a 16 millimeter movie on the recovery, and the narrator of the movie, obviously the movie was classified, highly classified. The narrator of the movie detailed when the crash occurred, approximately when the crash occurred in the latter part of June of 1947, and the recovery, showing military personnel at the recovery site, recovering the bodies at the site, and the craft that was at that site, and one live extraterrestrial was found at the site.
This is messed up. Well, the whole time our military has a ship that doesn't need to come to land to get fuel because it uses the water for fuel, and it runs off hydrogen. Watching this video will probably make you mad because you're going to figure out a billionaire has been baiting everybody with his technology, with his cars, when he can just change it to hydrogen instead of electricity. Another video from Billy Carson. run that video, comment below, and this is for educational purposes only.
The Navy has a ship that never has to come back for gas because it just takes the water from the ocean, extracts the hydrogen atoms, and pushes it into a chamber for engine combustion, and they run on hydrogen. They don't run on gas anymore. Matter of fact, that's the wave of the new future. We have Rolls-Royce developed an airplane engine that runs on hydrogen, and all the cars, including all the EVs, are going to go in the garbage can. All cars are going to be hydrogen-based in the next 10 years. Mark my word. Astrophysicists communicate and send information out into space to connect with ET or talk to ET on the hydrogen frequency, the most abundant frequency in the universe. Now, when you look at the Great Pyramid, it's got these giant shafts on the sides that align with Orion, Aldebaran, Arcturus, and all these other star systems on specific time frames. And so what's happening is on specific alignments, they were transmitting on the hydrogen frequency. In my opinion, this is not my own hypothesis, updates to those star systems. Because why have those shafts pointed at star systems? Why have them have the capability of shooting hydrogen through those shafts? To me, it's a communications device, the same way we're using right now today in modern astrophysics.
Hey, hydrogen cars wouldn't be available until they be able to monetize their usage.
Gas stoves are dangerous. You know, we've been using gas stoves since the dawn of time, and take this another step further. With dowsing rods, you can find unlimited gas, unlimited natural gas coming out of the earth, found with dowsing rods. So if it's coming out of the earth, wouldn't that mean it's sustainable? Especially if it's unlimited? I'm trying to ask the question for a friend. Maybe somebody can answer that one. If it's coming out of the earth, it's properly unlimited and sustainable, similar to water and similar to oil. You know, all of those things, they're all unlimited. They've all been coming out of the earth. Yeah, definitely. But, you know, the old natural gas is dangerous. And then they moved into incandescent bulbs, which is another interesting one when you think about it. Incandescent bulbs are dangerous. Incandescent ban was banning 40 and 60 watts, but keeping the 20 watts and I think the 80 watts or something that's funny when you get into the whole light bulb thing. And it's interesting because the incandescent bulbs are on the same light spectrum as a candle. So they are very natural, very healing for the eyes. LEDs, on the other hand, are completely off the chart spectrum. They emit radio frequencies, they have a flicker, and the color spectrum is digital light.
The Worst Ways to Die, Part 2. In 1998, 2 bakery workers died in agony after being sent through a giant bagel oven to carry out repairs. It was a delicate procedure that involved crawling through a tight 75-foot-long conveyor belt that slowly cooks bagels. The machine should have been left to cool for 12 hours, but was turned back on after only 2. Within 5 minutes, the men were relaying terrifying messages through their walkie-talkies, screaming that the oven core was way too hot. But there was no way of reversing the conveyor belt, and they were trapped on its long journey through the oven. 44-year-old Ian Erickson managed to crawl through to the other end, but died on the factory floor in front of horrified workmates. 44-year-old David Mays collapsed inside and was caught in the machinery. He died from 80% burns and multiple broken bones as a result of thrashing in agony. It was later revealed that the company apparently couldn't afford to leave the oven off for too long, and was therefore willing to take the risk of sending the men through. The business ended up being heavily fined for the tragedy.
Is a 40,000-year-old bullet hole proof of time travel? Well, since guns weren't around 40,000 years ago, if you had a bullet hole from then, I guess that would be suspicious. And some Russian scientists claim that this bison skeleton has a bullet hole right in its head. And that skeleton has been dated back 40,000 years. Now, bison, which are basically buffalo, were hunted for thousands of years before they almost got wiped out in North America. But this one's from Russia, and it's got a hole right there, right in the middle of its forehead. And when scientists examined it, they said that's a bullet hole. That's a bullet hole. But like I said, guns weren't around 40,000 years ago. So did someone go back in time and shoot this bison for who knows what reason? That would explain the bullet hole. Otherwise, how was there a gun 40,000 years ago? What do you think of this Russian story, Booskies? Let me know in the comment section. Shabadoo!
My guess is a bullet hit it after the fact, depending on how deep it was buried, or was it at the surface? How many of y'all believe in time travel? Let me know in the comments.
Is Rust the future of lightning-fast computers that work like the human brain? Generally, when you buy a computer, you have a choice between the regular hard drive, which is cheaper but not great, and a solid state, which is faster, less prone to failing, but costs a lot more money. A new kind of storage is being tested out. Racetrack memory. Very basically, it uses magnetic whirls, or really small magnetic nano-objects that are pushed through racetracks. These little magnetic whirls would be the ones and zeros of your computer, and they flow via current, so there are no physical pieces needed to move things around. Fully lubricated. It would have more storage capacity, use less energy, and up to 1,000 times faster than modern computers. One of the challenges is that current computers rely heavily on silicon, and magnetic whirls haven't been compatible with that. So researchers at Oxford have created a membrane made of hematite, which is a kind of rust. They chose hematite because it's anti-ferromagnetic, which means a lot of things, but here it can make those magnetic whirls, works with silicon, and won't emit some stray magnetic field. So it won't interfere with the other layers. There are a lot of implications for this kind of technology, not just faster computers and moving away from mining limited resources, but this is also kind of how the human brain works, which ultimately will leave more room for computing power for AI.
This is what actually happens on the last 24 hours on death row. So, the prisoners would start off their last day on Earth, leaving the main prison and entering the other prison called the Death House. Sounds appealing, doesn't it? Like, what a great place to go. Now these prisoners will have all their belongings taken, they will be given their final outfits, and they will be taken to, well, their final cell. Now the cells in this area tend to be a bit nicer, obviously still not great, like you're not living in a flipping 5-star hotel, but they'll be better than the main prison, and you'll just be on your own in here, you won't have cellmates. The people will then have an hour or so to speak with family and friends and meet them in the meeting area, which will basically be one of the final times they can see their family or friends. Then they will head back to their cell for their final night's sleep. Imagine going to sleep and realizing that is the last time you're ever gonna go to sleep. They wake up and have the chance to write some letters to family and friends before being taken to one more small cell, the final cell where they'll be held for the remainder of that day. They will then be given their final meal. You can basically pick anything you want within reason. There has been some people who have chosen some insane things throughout history, like, let me know and I'll make a video on it. They get a short amount of time to say their final goodbyes before the worst part begins. This is known as the Walk of Death. Prisoner will be escorted by guards down the long corridor to the execution chamber. They then get a consultation with a priest who will bless them, and they will be able to have a chance to repent their sins. Meanwhile, everything is getting prepped for either the electric chair or lethal injection. People, spectators, whoever, family and friends are coming into the viewing area to, sounds weird, but watch. Then they will finally be taken into the room. The prisoner will be tied down and prepped depending on what's happening. And then the warden has the final say. The warden has one more chance to say whether this is going to go ahead or it is going to be called off. There has been cases where the prisoner has literally been a second away from that electric chair finishing them, and the warden has said no, stop it. So you can get lucky. But if the warden says go ahead, it's done. Make sure you hit that follow button. I will see you in the next one.
I couldn't imagine knowing the exact day I'm gonna die. But if I was in them shoes, I want me a tomahawk steak, I want some shrimp, potatoes, I even want a Louis Vuitton jumpsuit when I'm walking down the Green Mile. And as soon as I hit death row, I'm kissing the warden's ass.
I have this theory that aliens travel the galaxy in search of pets. I don't think we fully grasp just how much smarter an alien civilization would have to be in order to actually land on planet Earth. The fact that they even have the technology to get here would mean that they have to at least be a type 2 society on the advanced civilization scale. It's called the Kardashev scale. It's a way of ranking civilizations based on how advanced they are. And our alien invaders would be here, a type 2 civilization. Meanwhile, humanity as it exists today currently has a score of 0.72 on the Kardashev scale. This makes us a type 0 civilization. Type 0 civilizations exist in 3D, and our population maxes out at around 10 billion people. We can only live to be 100 years old as a type 0 society, but as you go up the Kardashev scale, life begins to look very different. Type 1 civilizations are advanced enough to eliminate diseases. People can live to be up to 350 years old. Type 1 civilizations begin to populate nearby planets, and because they're not just limited to one planet, population can now max out at like 100 billion people. But it isn't until a society becomes a type 2 civilization that they're actually able to interstellar travel. Their state of being is a hive mind. They live in avatars and can live to be 500 plus years old. So yeah, if an alien civilization ever landed on this planet, what motivation would they have for wanting to be friends with us? They'd be so intellectually out of our league. I'm telling you, they would want us to be their pets.
We making assumptions about the different types of civilizations out there when we never encounter any civilizations out there. Have we?
Anne Hathaway's husband is an immortal vampire, and here's proof.
There's a conspiracy theory about your husband. And I feel like I actually just need to bring up the picture that he might be William Shakespeare reincarnated. Well, because look. It's kind of nuts, right? I thought it was. I mean, it took seeing the photo for me to go, oh, I should take this seriously. I did a little digging. What'd you learn? So, Anne Juliet is a play where what if Juliet didn't die with Romeo? And a lot of it is influenced by Shakespeare's wife. And her name is Anne Hathaway. It's weird, right? Hot. We're not commenting on that. It's like, we're back! No, it wouldn't. It would be great if it was true, but even if it's not, still kind of great. I love that your husband love that he's cute. I don't want to go on about it, but yeah. The last time we talked, the way you talked about him, I'm blushing. You've been together, you just celebrated 11 years? 11 years married, 15 years together. 15 years together.
I don't think people understand how deep of a rabbit hole Ryan Garcia just dug himself into. Not only did he expose one of the most explicit rituals in Hollywood history, he also threatened to release files proving that everything he said is real, tweeting things like this over the past several hours. You could go look at his page yourself even if y'all don't believe me. Of course, I'm all in for people exposing the truth. I just hope this isn't another distraction. The main reason I feel like this isn't a distraction is because he got on a call with Andrew Tate exposing everything that happened to him. Or how much Andrew Tate has exposed these people, and even he was hesitant about what Ryan Garcia was saying. Y'all pay attention to what I'm about to show y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments.
Alright, talk to us.
Bro, I don't give a bro. They held me down. They made me watch little kids get. I don't give a anymore.
Where?
Bro, they fucking took me to the fucking woods, bro, and they I'm not joking, bro. I have proof, bro. I don't give a. Bro, I will show you every fucking video you could ever fucking believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They tied me down and they made me fucking watch, dog. I absolutely don't give a anymore. Yes, I lost it. They're fucking little kids.
Motherfucker side, dude.
Bro, this dude, dude.
Who?
Bro, you know the higher elites, bro. You already know who they are, bro.
You know the path you're going down is dangerous, my friend.
I don't give a. I don't give a. They can't touch me. I'm a god.
Oh, that's the first point of contention, because I care about you a lot, and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you.
Bro, no, they can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, fucking.
You have proof of these things? You have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. The fuck you talking about? Of course. If Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
You want me to get you out of it? I can help.
Well, bro, my door gets kicked in if I say what I'm thinking.
Okay, well, I can help you get out of it.
Ryan Garcia lying, telling the truth, or maybe he lost his mind because he's seen some shit he wasn't supposed to see. We've been hearing about the sacrifices, the rituals, the concerts, the Super Bowls. We've been hearing about all kind of rituals for the longest, but we never really heard no one come out and speak about it. So is this man telling the truth, or is he losing his mind? I just want to say, as soon as you get some kind of spiritual knowledge, the first thing they say is, that person is crazy. They only call woke people crazy because they don't understand what's going on behind the scenes. We understand what's going on behind the scenes. So should we take this serious, or is it just another distraction? Not too long ago, Cat Williams was talking about UFOs and Area 51. Now Ryan Garcia is talking about the Illuminati. Never forget that life is just a stage. We are the audience. These entertainers are the entertainers for a reason. When they say look left, we should look right. When they say look right, we should look left. Sometimes we gotta stop following the media and understand what's going on. I am not saying Ryan Garcia is lying. What I'm saying is, think for yourself. We've been hearing about out these secret doors for a long time. Soon as you get a little bit of success, they want to walk you through these doors. They use these public figures to always influence the people because they're leading us somewhere. They are leading us away from spirituality and more into the physical world or the material world. Remember, once you sign these contracts, they give you all this money, but the money you get, you can never use it to buy your soul back. So once these celebrities get inside of Hollywood and they start seeing this crazy shit, they want to get out. But once you sign a contract, you can't get out. Some of them do what Ryan Garcia is doing right now. They're trying to blow the whistle to let everyone know what's going on. But a lot of us already know what's going on. Remember, it's called entertainment for a reason. Something can entertain your body if you don't protect it. Most of these celebrities are clones, empty bodies, empty vessels that's being used by demonic spirits to act out and do demonic things. But when I seen Ryan Garcia speak, I looked right in his eyes and I know he's seen some shit that scared them. So is he trying to warn the people or is he just trying to get his spirit back? But you can't get your spirit back once you sign these contracts.
I hope Ryan was just doing this as a publicity stunt. But if he was telling the truth, he a wild boy.
Alcohol means body-eating spirit, al-Kul in Arabic, hence why vodka is called spirits. Jinn is a jinn, which are invisible creatures in early religions. This is where jinx comes from. When you jinx something, it means bad luck, because the spiritual planes is what they are hiding from you. They want you to believe everything is just physical. Jay-Z's alcohol brand has a Knight Templar symbol called the Cross of Lorraine, which is one of the highest orders of Freemasonry. Alcohol destroys the connection between your oversoul and your physical body by destroying brain cells, which then makes you more vulnerable for demons to enter your electromagnetic field and take control. Society is being ran by an ancient dark cult which uses black magic and the dark usage of alcohol. Why do you think these are illegal and this is legal?
This is now officially banned in the UK. You will not believe what the UK have just done now. I swear to God, this country is just becoming an absolute shambles. Over the last few months, there's been some interesting new rules and restrictions coming to England. Now, a big one was Rishi Sunak coming out with the plans to essentially stop smoking, raising the legal age every single year, meaning a 14-year-old today will never ever be able to buy a cigarette. But the main talking point, the main one that everyone's been going on about, is vaping. There's been a lot of talk about it. The government came out about a month ago saying it was now going to officially be banned. They were going to stop the colourful packaging and all of that. So this guy right here is Jeremy Hunt, who has now come up with the new plans which are now confirmed. These companies are making an absolute fortune. The government are making tons of money. The finances in this market are huge. They've decided to add a tax on vapes. More money. So this isn't even going to come in until the end of 2026. Yeah, a lot of people online saying, like, you look at posters like this which came things like stop smoking, swap to a vape because it will help everyone. Now they're saying they are bad so they're going to ban them, but actually no, let's not ban them because there's money in it. Fair enough. That's what's happening, so make sure you hit that follow button and I'll keep you updated.
I was a smoker for many years, but I've been cigarette free for 4 years. And them vapes kind of scary. Like, it ain't been enough research to know what's going to happen to you in 15 years. You might start growing stuff out your neck, you never know.
These are the biggest Bitcoin fumbles of all time. In 2010, a man named Laszlo Hanyecz traded 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 Papa John's pizzas back when Bitcoin was worth less than a penny. While this only amounted to around $41 at the time, 10,000 Bitcoins would be worth over $600 million today. In 2013, a Welsh Bitcoin miner named James Howells threw away a hard drive that stored the keys to 7,500 Bitcoin which he obtained for pennies back in 2009. Today, the value of that hard drive is over $450 million. In 2021, Howells offered the city $70 million to excavate the landfill where he thinks his hard drive is buried, but the city council rejected his offer. But at least James Howells appears to have a better chance of retrieving his Bitcoin than Stefan Thomas. In 2011, Thomas was given 7,000 Bitcoins for making a video explaining how Bitcoin works. Soon afterwards, he lost the digital keys to his crypto wallet and has since used 8 of his 10 password attempts to unlock it. He only has 2 guesses left before the $420 million wallet is locked forever, and he says the whole ordeal has driven him completely insane.